Magician of Team Sorcerers here, and welcome back to What If Wednesday. And at the time of recording, this is the last suggestion from Dragon Master 25 for now, and that is, what if True King Dinosaurs were my favourite and signature deck? And yeah, as you can probably guess, it's another deck that I absolutely hate, because Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, the Fosagen and Lost World ruined dinosaurs for me, because this was a deck that I actually genuinely did like, especially back in the day, when I was enjoying playing an old school dinosaur deck, using Hydrogeddon as tribute fodder and building up to either Dark Triceratops, Black Tyranno, Ultimate Tyranno and Superconductor Tyranno. And had I continued playing this deck during 2008, I would have ended up running Super Ancient Dino Beast. And yeah, it was a deck I genuinely did enjoy playing. I even tried my luck in a tournament with it back in 2008 and made top 4. And it's a deck I was planning to bring back in 2016, but of course Ultimate Conductor, Lost World and the Fosagen just put me off. Yeah, Lost World made a lot of effects that target basically useless, as well as weaken non-dinosaur monsters. The Fosagen was just infuriating because it kept banishing stuff from my extra deck, and Ultimate Conductor Tyranno is just too disruptive. It's too easy to summon, too easy to win games with, and it's just hard to do anything to, especially with Miscellaneousaurus providing protection, although only in the main phase though, which actually meant that battle traps were one of the few ways that could get rid of it. Although there are kaijus, I guess, but yeah, they were just annoying to play against. But in this timeline, I'd still go through with rebuilding my dinosaurs and yeah, take a liking to Lost World and Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. I probably still wouldn't play the Fosagen though, because yeah, I hate True Kings. What can I say? They're really fucking annoying, particularly the Fosagen. I know, well, actually no, I guess I still would anyway in this timeline, because again, in this timeline, it's the favourite and signature deck, but Ultimate Conductor Tyranno would of course end up becoming my favourite and ace monster all the same, and wouldn't see any issues with it. But whether or not I'd be playing any of the other old dinosaurs, I don't know. I guess unfortunately a lot of them would end up being tossed aside, because from what I've seen, there's no dinosaurs from back in the day that are played in dinosaur decks today. Shame really, but yeah, that's how it would be. And it was surprising that besides banning the Fosagem and Denglong, the deck didn't get hit, even though it was a top tier meta deck. I mean, in this timeline, I would find it a shame to lose the Fosagem, but then I would just end up playing pure dinosaurs again, and I'd be a bit put out at losing 2 out of 3 miscellaneous sauruses, but I'd make do without them, I guess, and Dengalong. What I wouldn't do, though, is play Lagia and Dolka. Even though they're key cards in the deck, but the thing is, I hate evols. It's really annoying when they constantly go for these guys and just stop the opponent doing anything. I didn't mind them so much to start with, and yes, I did play them in my machine deck for a bit because I was running Hydro Geddon, and I'd use my Hydro Geddons to go into either of these guys. And then, of course, I stopped playing my machine deck, and then after that, I grew to get annoyed with Dolka and Lagia. Plus, the newest evil monster isn't much better. I mean, it's a great card, but an annoying one all the same. So yeah, I just refuse to play them and just focus on doing the other things that dinosaurs do nowadays. Even run the support that came in Wild Survivors. I mean, that would give me all the more reason to try and get a box or even a case if I could, even though that would be a bit tricky. And I'd be able to pick up the Nouvelle cards as well. But I guess I'd still experiment and try and run any of the old dinosaurs from back in the day, but ultimately the focus would still be building up to Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, and a big evolution pill would be a welcome addition to the deck, because it would make Ultimate Conductor Tyranno easier to summon, and honestly, I feel like I'd be doing really well in tournaments and doing much better than I did in the original timeline, and I guess despite Trickstars and Pendulum Magician being annoying, there'd probably be no reason for me to stop playing in tournaments, so I just keep carrying on playing in them and just dominating or trying to dominate with Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, and the Master Rule change wouldn't affect me since it generally doesn't use the extra deck that much anyway, so my favourite Insignia deck would be okay. And naturally it would come into the Dark Magician's deck Grand Championship at the time of Series 3, and I feel like I would eventually win the Grand Championship with that deck. But whether or not I play in the minor league is kind of up in the air, but I don't think there'd be any reason to, because Ultimate Conductor Tyranno is actually banned in the minor league, and I would find this really annoying that my favourite card was banned in there. there'd be no reason for me to enter it, and with me not entering the minor league, there wouldn't be all those disagreements and arguments that would cause me to quit 3 times, and I wouldn't have fallen out with the ones I did fall out with. I mean, I guess arguments over monarchs would still happen, but I guess not on an extreme scale, I guess. But yeah, regardless, I'd still be having a lot more fun in duels, and again, like I said, I'd be doing better in locals, and it would even be like a strong rogue deck that could handle anything in the meta, pretty much, and I'd end up becoming one of the very best players in both the Universe Comics and even Tabletop Republic, and there'd probably be all the more reason for me to enter more winner box tournaments, and hell, it would give me an excuse to come back to regionals and do well in those, maybe even go to a YCS, and I don't know, who knows, a return to the Nationals could be in order as well, and maybe an invite to Worlds, maybe. I don't know, it's probably not that likely, because there are still other strong decks that would put up a good fight against Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. I think that's really all I can say about it, really. I think that's how things would be if True King Dinos were if True King Dinos were my favourite and signature deck. Don't know if I'd end up playing the Phosgem again when it got unbanned. I guess I would. I mean, then again, I suppose I would. Oh, who am I kidding? Yeah, I would use it in this timeline anyway, just to get rid of extra deck monsters that I hate, and just do everything in my power to just outright banish the lot of them. You know, Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon, Dragoon, Infinity Toad, Baron de Fleur, Borrelode Savage Dragon. Yeah, I would do everything I can to use and abuse the crap out of the Phosgem just to get rid of these infuriating extra deck monsters and stop them negating my deck. Yeah, that's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching.